So my father passed a few months ago. He left everything to me, his house, his investments, his business. He didn't give anything to my sisters who are estranged and with our mother ever since my parents divorced. My sisters they have asked me to help pay their student loans because my father left them with nothing.
How much was it?
Combined, I believe they went to both undergrad and grad, so combined it's about $300,000.
God
Yes, thank you for
damn!
telling me that, but
300,000.
What, for their student?
Right.
Yeah, sounds about right for America.
Jesus.
It's a couple million. It's basically his house, his investments, and his business.
When you say a couple million, is that like 2 million or is that like 6 million?
It's in the 8 figures.
So we're talking 10 million plus.
Yeah, that's 10 plus.
10 plus.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
So he purposefully did not leave any money to your sisters because he had no relationship with them, and that was his call to make.
Are they misbehaviors?
He basically cut them off because they sided with our mother during their divorce.
Okay, so they're team mom, you were team dad, and he goes, hey, I'm going to leave it all to my son who's been loyal to me.
Yes.
Okay. And now they're resentful because they feel like they deserve a portion of this money.
It seems like it, yes.
Okay. I think this is more relational, emotional than it is financial. You could write them a check and pay off the loans, but I don't know that you agree with the principle behind it or that would have been your father's heart.
Well, yeah, what do you want to do? What's your heart lean towards?
I don't want to disrespect my father in any way.
Okay.
Do you have a relationship with your sisters, or is it estranged as well?
It's estranged.
Okay.
So they've only come to me only for very unique cases, or when they were going to college or grad, they came to both my father and I for money. My father.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Damn, like that?
Fuck them. Bitch, you owe. Oh, no, cause now it's money. You come back? Oh, now it's money. But when all this shit was all that, fuck them.
Right now.
Let me just go talk to them for 2 seconds. Hold on. Fuck them.
They came to both my father and I for money. My father, I know I was there. My father refused to pay for them, and that's why they have the debt to begin with.
I'm trying to weigh if this was a decision that was made out of dysfunction, which is I'm forcing you to choose sides, and you guys are children, so you're choosing whatever, I don't know, the parent you like the most that day, that sort of thing. And is this your father, having an kind of just an immature moment, right? Or is this really a reason?
So I'm 36. I got my will done at 32. That is not something you just do willy-nilly. It's a process. You talk to lawyers. They have to go through things. There's drafts. You have to respect somebody's will. If they choose not to make somebody part of their estate, that is a conscious decision that they have to make with a lot of consultation and back and forth. That doesn't even include the fact that the women already came to him for money and he said no explicitly, which shows that in conversation with them and when he went through the legal process, he said no. So it's quite clear that this was a conscious decision and not a spur of the moment thing.
Or is it literally just simply, I don't like your mother anymore and they like her, you're dead to me?
So my mother had an affair. That's why they divorced. My sister sided with my mother because they liked the affair partner more. And I sided with my father because he was my father.
Okay.
I think you're going to be resentful if you give this money. And I'd rather them be resentful towards you than you be resentful towards them.
When the women or the daughter said, they preferred the man that their mother had an affair with, so I guess that's like the stepdad or whatever, to the actual father. They might have valid reasons for that. But you don't get to make that choice and have access to his money. No. You might be justified for hating the father. You might be justified for wanting to choose the mother and go ask the new man, the one you like so much who she had an affair with, since you prefer him to your dad. Go ask him for money to pay your student loans. It makes you look like a giant piece of garbage when you speak about your dad that way, and then you talk about the man that they had an affair with and how whatever it is, and you speak about how he's better than you, the dad, and then you also want the dad's labor and his income for yourself. There's a little bit of a crazy entitlement there. I'm not mad at you choosing the other, but then you also want to double back and take resources.
Nope. You forfeited that resource.
Hold that L.
You forfeited that resource.
Yes.
You decided daddy wasn't cool. You know what? Even dead, daddy ain't cool. You're not gonna plow his money. So this was not a problem until he died and he got money. Now you want to come back? Oh, you couldn't. I could what? Because you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Ungrateful some of my bitches. What's gonna happen is that you're gonna pay the student loan, and when everything is gonna said and done, you're not gonna have more relationship. These motherfuckers are not gonna be grateful. First and foremost, first off, you guys got together, you got 3 kids, you separate. Don't pull the kids in your bullshit. That's your kids. But sometimes the kids, they get invested and they want to get in the shit. You choose a side, you estrange that dude. You don't want to live there, you don't want to be part of it, but now he's gone. He's my father. You decided he was dead to you. Or whatever will happen, and then he got a beef too, and he left it to me? No, I'm sorry. You're not gonna get jack shit. I don't have to pay nothing. The way I live life, okay? For example, I got my 2 parents in my life, right? Since I was a kid, ever since I was a kid, people was like, oh my God, you live in a big house. No, I live where my parents live at. Oh, your parents got money? Exactly. My parents got some kind of money. I don't. When I left the house, I spent 2 years not talking to them. Guess what happened during those 2 times? I had a conversation with my girl. And she was like, yeah, but what if they're not there no more? And I'm like, when I decided not to talk to you, when I decided to cut the bridges, that was part of the contract in the fine print. If something happens, that's how I felt like. It's gonna feel bad, but it is what it is. And if my parents are no longer there, I don't live my life thinking that they're gonna give me the house or they're gonna give anything that they got. That was them. It's for them to do whatever they have. I'm not entitled to whatever they have. I'm good with my parents now. But if they call, and I told that many, many times, if you don't give me nothing, it is what it is. You have to have the difficult conversation with your parents about, arranging your funeral stuff and everything and stuff. And I told my parents, I said, if you don't leave me nothing, you had a good life, we had a good run. Thank you very much for everything and putting me on this earth. No hard feelings.
I won't lie to you. Death is one of the most bizarre things because I don't think that for most people it's sacred or it's ever been sacred. It is wild to see how much humans turn into vultures when someone dies.
It's not death, it's money. It's available money because of death, but I think that people don't turn like that when the motherfucker poor.
Oh, no, they will. They will fight for crumbs.
Yeah, sure.
It's not even like, and a lot of it is not because like it's a material thing. A lot of it is like emotional entitlement. They feel like because of what this person did to them, even though they cut them off, they deserve their compensation. But it's like, bitch, you cut that motherfucker off for 20 years. You speak ill of him at every family gathering. Yeah. You refuse to even look him in the eye, but now you want his money. I've seen people literally steal, beat up, grape somebody. And when that person dies, they want shit from them.
Yep.
Or from the surviving. They want to show up to funerals. Like, and it is so mind-blowing. Because if all it takes is human greed for you to disregard any customs around death, I think that says a lot about you. I made a will because, in my crazy head, I ain't going to live into my latter years. Now, it's just a rational thing. But I didn't want to have anybody to worry about what my instructions are for how things are going to go in case something happens. So I just wanted everything to be explicit. Nobody to show up that they wasn't supposed to be there and be like, actually, this is supposed to be mine. No. I wrote a will.
Listen, go buy yourself a nice car and name the car, put a novelty plate. 2 cars, actually. One for both your sisters. And make it $300,000 each car. How about that? I swear to God. Not even trying to squash the beef. Just be like, yeah, we got beef, but give me my money. Can you give me some money? Hey, my days. No.
The son is calling not because he wants to give the girls the money. It's because he doesn't want to.
No.
But he feels bad because he knows that they're struggling and he has the means to. But I like what the son said, which is like, I don't want to disrespect my father. There's a certain level of trust you're according that person to respect your wishes because you're not going to be there to enforce it. That's a big thing. So when I put somebody to be the executive person on my will, it's because I deeply trust them. And obviously there's nothing I could do to them if they choose to do something different or fuck me over to some degree, but it is betraying me.
Absolutely.
Now, if you want to save some money, if you want to use an investment and then take the interest from that to give them, I could respect that. I think the other way around is disrespectful to his memory. Let me put it this way. Let me ask you a hypothetical, and I want the chat to answer too, okay? This is the exact same situation. The sisters come, but this time, it's not for tuition. It's for life-saving surgery. They're going to die. You have one lifeline.
You're acting like it's
You have one lifeline.
You're acting like it's a hard thing to do. Like
It's not hard?
Nope, not for me.
It's very
No, not for me. I'm a bad person. I think that somewhere,
False.
somehow, there's something very dark inside me where shit like that happens and I decided that you're not it. You're not it. Oh my God,
Let me just add one little thing. We all can keep going with your opinion right afterwards. I just want everyone who's answering to put themselves in the situation and not the outside. So imagine your sibling, okay? Imagine there's that rupture and it's your sibling coming to you that you actually know, and then go through the scenario. They're gonna die if they don't get the amount of money that you have. Like maybe it's 10% or 5% of what you got. They're gonna die, okay? What do you do in that situation?
hello? You need money because you're gonna die. I'm gonna go buy another car, all right? I'll be back. Fuck it!
Really?
Oh my God! Like you don't.
You're gonna let your sister. You're gonna let your sister die.
How am I good with my sister? Am I good? The way he's talking, he's not good. We are not good. If I'm decided that you're not there anymore in that place, you don't have that privilege, I wouldn't pee on you if you were on fire. You understand what I'm saying? I would not waste any piss to put your fire out. That's a little dark place in me where...
A little dark?
Yes, just a little dark.
That's not a little dark. That's very dark.
It's very dark.
And I
Yes.
say this, you know what's funny between me and you?
Yeah.
Is I am not on good terms with some of my siblings where we haven't talked in a decade plus. I just think it's funny that you're on very good terms with your sister.
Yes, and I'll do that if I'm on good term with them.
But I'm saying I could actually put myself in those shoes.
Yeah.
And I just don't think I could ever do that.
Yeah,
You know, because I received 10 million plus from my dad, and this lady gonna die if she don't get it. I don't know if I could do that.
I've told you many times, like, and I don't think you understand me or you believe me when I tell you that you're better than me. I said that exact sentence so many times. Like,
Well,
you don't even.
I know 3 ladies who disagree.
They don't know me.
Fair.
They don't know
fair. Nigga, you are
They don't
trash.
know me. They do not know me.
I think anytime there's a rupture between 2 parents, I think it's very difficult on the kids to have to decide. I don't think, when you're giving somebody a very like almost binary choice where both parents are pulling at the kids and they choose one side, I do think it is a bit of a tough thing to deeply hold that against them to that degree. That's one thing that I will add. Mm-hmm. I could already tell Priest, I don't care.
All right.
And the way you went, die, bitch, that's what it looked like. But okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not judging. I'm just context.
Someone wrote, who hurt Preach? A lot of people. It's just that I'm Michael Jordan. I take shit personal. I take shit personal when I find out that it's personal. But I will always go on the fact that you're not malicious. You have a good intent. Let me hear your side. But once you cross that and I actually know that, oh, you on some bullshit. I thought it was. You think I feel good about that? No, I don't necessarily feel good about that. That's what I gotta do. You die. Well, you die.
I don't disagree, and I really believe that you believe what you're saying. I just don't know if you have that energy, if that's actually you in that situation.
Okay. 2 things I'm gonna say, okay? People be saying, Preach need therapy. I'm in therapy for that, okay? Second thing, it's wasted energy. No, it's not wasted energy because I'm just gonna go, ha! And then move on. My capacity of understanding the meaning of you're dead to me and how I act upon that. When I say you're dead to me, it's exactly that. There was a whole procession, a funeral in my head. You ain't gonna play my face all these times, and then after that, there's a little bit of, un petit peu plus de soupe, monsieur. Yeah, have a little bit of that soup. Tough, bitch.
Someone asked if the roles were reversed, would they help you, Abba? I don't know. But I don't think that factors into my decision. I don't predicate my behavior towards someone on whether or not they're going to reciprocate. Not in most situations. I don't justify what I would do to someone based off what they would do to me. So whatever someone has done to me, I don't go like, well, I'm going to do the same thing to them. Does it make it more likely? Maybe, but it doesn't mean that I would use that as the basis for it.
I agree with that. If I help you, it's not because I believe that you're going to do it to me. People are people. I cannot expect me from other people.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. If I help you, it's not because hey, but do you remember the time that I helped you? No, it's not that. I helped you because I wanted to help you.
Like if somebody stole from me, I'm not stealing from them.
Oh, but I remember that for the rest of my life.
100%, I will hold that against that person. But it doesn't mean that I'm there for, going to reciprocate that. And let's say if that person who stole from me is a family member, for example, and they're the ones asking me for that thereafter. Let's say this is that situation with that family member. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely factor into my decision. But I think if we're talking about the abundance of money that we're discussing in this situation, what it would cost to save them not being much of the net worth, would I just let that immediate family member die? I think for me it would be difficult. I can't guarantee what I would say. I'm not going to say I would do this or that. I think I inherited this money from my mom, for example. She got the beef with them or whatever, and this person did some dirty to me or whatever. I just don't know if I could really look at them and be like, these are moral questions we ask ourselves and we try to justify however. I don't think there's any easy answer. I just know for me personally, I haven't seen enough death. It's not an easy thing in my experience.